This is the video that I know a lot of people have been waiting for. I was doing YouTube videos, as everybody knows, on my channel. I stopped making YouTube videos for a while. I kind of disappeared off social media for a while. I wasn't on Facebook, I wasn't on Instagram, I wasn't on Snapchat. And I know it sparked a lot of questions and people were wondering, like, where did this girl go? Then my GoFundMe came out, and my GoFundMe said a little bit of what I went through, but I don't think people really know everything I went through and into detail. I'm making this video to let you guys know the truth on what really happened, and hopefully this can touch somebody who's going through a traumatic experience as well. Before I start this video, I just want to make a couple of disclaimers. The first disclaimer is that I'm not going to be talking a lot about the other party that was involved in this, mainly because safety reasons, and I'm not going to be talking about any other parties that I know that were involved in this, but because, like I said, for safety purposes, I know a lot more than I'm telling you guys. I'm just telling you guys what I want you guys to know, or what I feel like you guys should know. But there's a lot of things that happen behind scenes that you guys do not know about. I know a lot more than, like I said, than I'm telling you guys. I'm just telling you guys what I want to tell you guys. So there will probably be a lot of questions, and some of the questions I just unfortunately can't answer for you guys. The other disclaimer is that because I don't really remember what happened that night, and I don't remember what happened those next couple of days I was in ICU, a lot of the stuff I'm going to tell you guys is based off of what my family told me, what my friends told me, and off of what the doctors and everybody told me, because like I said, I don't remember a lot of it. So let's get into the story. So this is the story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Let me just start off by telling you guys what I can remember from this day. That next week I was supposed to be graduating from community college with my associates. So I had to go to the school to pick up my cap and gown and my diploma. On stage, all they hand you is a blank piece of paper. They don't hand you the actual diploma. So boom, I went to school, got my cap and gown, got my diploma. I remember going home because I wanted to show my mom that I got my cap and gown and my diploma. I was proud of myself, you know? And so I went to show her like my cap and gown. I was like putting on my cap for her. I showed her the little invitations they gave you to invite like your people that you wanted to invite. And you know, I was acting like, I put on my hat, act like I was walking across stage and all that stuff. I was just really excited. Like now finally being able to complete this, and like it was gonna be an accomplishment, like that meant a lot to me. And unfortunately I never got the chance to walk across stage because this all happened between that time period I was supposed to be graduating. But I did get my diploma. So that's what I remember from that morning. The rest of the day, honestly, was a blur. I don't remember anything that happened the rest of the day, that night, anything. I didn't even mention, this happened back in May, okay? Back in May 2019. So this only happened about, from when I'm telling you that story, about like, what was like 6 months ago. I was told that this happened at midnight, so I don't really know if it happened the 24th or the 25th. I'm a little confused on that, but I know it happened that midnight of whatever one of those nights. I believe it would happen like that midnight, the 25th, but like I said, the police report knows. So I was told we were playing with his little sister's new dog. Literally as soon as she went inside the house, that was their cue. It just feels very scary because I'm thinking of people just literally waiting and watching us, because that's what I was told, that people were watching us. There are people waiting and watching us like the whole time. So that's just scary, knowing that there was people like watching me and what I was doing and stuff, and not specifically me, because I wasn't the intended target in this. I'm gonna read between the lines what I'm trying to say here. One thing about me is that I'm a very, very cautious person. I like to be well aware of my surroundings. I don't smoke, I don't drink or nothing, and mainly that's because I like to be aware of what's going on around me. I don't like not being able to know what's happening around me, because I'm a skinny individual. I look very young. So even though I'm 24, you know, about to be actually 25, but the fact that anybody could take advantage of me, I said, always have kind of my guard up. So I just make sure that I like to be safe and just be well aware of my surroundings. So the fact that I wasn't aware of what was going on that night is just very scary. Like I said, I was told we were being watched. So as soon as this little sister went inside the house, that was the cue. And I guess that's when they just, and I guess like we sprayed the car, like literally sprayed the car. I think they said that the car got shot up like 18 times or something. They was really trying to do some work here. Like they was trying to make sure that the intended target was down. So I ended up getting hit. As far as me, I ended up getting shot in my back shoulder. No, actually, I'll show you guys the mark. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's this mark right here. That's where the bullet hit. It actually only looks like a bruise or something. It doesn't even look like a bullet in there. Yeah, that's where the bullet hit me. It went through my lung, pierced my heart. From what I read on the police report, when the police finally came after, and like the ambulance came finally, like after like a freaking 40 minutes later, which I could have died between that time. Thank God I was in God's hands. They said that I was on the floor unconscious. So I don't know if it was because of all the trauma that happened and I just like passed out or whatever the case was, but they said I was unconscious when they found me. I was rushed to the ER. And then from there, I guess they said they were able to get a 3-minute conversation out of me, and I don't remember that. I don't remember talking to any nurses or anything, and they said they were asking me what happened to me, and I was telling them I got shot, and I guess after that, boom, and I blacked out. I ended up having a stroke, having fluid in the brain. I ended up being deprived of oxygen in my brain. I ended up catching pneumonia. I ended up having a blood clot. Man, I fluid in the heart. It just, everything they said was that shouldn't happen happened to me. And they said that my wound was a fatal wound, that people don't survive that wound. They said if I was to survive, that I would be a vegetable. They said I would be a quadriplegic, and it was best that they put me in a long-term nursing home. I want to be able to talk again. I want to be able to walk again. I want to be able to eat again, speak again, know who anybody or anything is. Now, I did get a tracheotomy. As you guys can see, there's still a scar there from where the trach was. Pretty much that's when they like put that thing like in your neck so you can speak and stuff. I had to end up getting a stomach tube. I guess I'll show you guys the little mark I got from that. That's where the stomach tube was. So I did end up getting a very huge incision mark underneath my boobs. And of course, I'm not going to be showing that scar because it's in an intimate spot, which is a good thing. Nobody's gonna really be able to tell that that scar is there. If I wear a bathing suit or a bra, it covers it right up. So I'm very glad they did it right underneath my boobs, so I don't really have anything like on my chest or anything. I still have this little mark, but that's nothing. We cover that up with makeup. I still have some like little scars on like the side of me An incision right there. There's incisions on the side of my boobs. They cut me open a lot of places. They had me hooked to a whole bunch of like needles and IVs. They had me hooked up to a whole bunch of tubes and wires and everything. The family were telling me that I had, you know, a tube in my neck, and they said that like the only way I was talking was through like blinking my eyes. Like they'd say blink once for yes, and twice for no. And they said I was pretty well aware. They said that I was pretty good, like I knew what was going on. Obviously I don't remember this, but they said I pretty much knew what was going on. So fortunately I didn't have to be put in a long-term nursing home because, you know, as I started to come back and stuff, I was just really heavily sedated. I had a lot of visitors come by, a lot of family that came out. My best friend came out and a few of her friends came out to see me. Everybody was just coming to visit me, and I really believed somewhat that's what helped save me as well. Like just having the support system. My parents, they are around the clock. They're 24/7. I love them and I thank them. I thank God I got them because they were there around the clock 24/7. Like they were really there for me. My brother was there for me. My brother ended up giving me a little gift card to Forever 21 when I was able to get out the hospital. People that I haven't even heard from in ages were reaching out. The streets talk, you know. When this happened, the news spread like wildfire. This was on the local news. And one thing about me is that I'm a pretty private person. And sharing you guys this video is a lot for me, but I feel like it's something that needs to happen. I don't really like people knowing my business. So the fact that like the word got out and everybody knew that it was me that it happened to, it was like a little embarrassing, I'm not even gonna lie. But I didn't care. I was just happy that people were reaching out. People I haven't heard from in ages just reaching out, telling me to, you know, pull through, stay strong, and all this stuff. Because that's what I needed. I needed a whole bunch of words of encouragement. And I'm a really big believer in energy. I know that I did good for the world, therefore good came back to me. That's why people came out and checked on me and supported me through the whole thing. My family, friends, and everything was supporting me through the whole ordeal because, like I said, I did good for the world. So that came back to me, and I really believe that. Unfortunately, when you give your energy and stuff and you're around the wrong people, even though you didn't do anything wrong, unfortunately, sometimes their karma can end up catching back up to them. And if you just so happen to be in with them, that can unfortunately affect the people that they love. And that's exactly what happened. Because I know I didn't do anything to deserve this. And I know nobody's out to get me. So I'm not scared. People ask me if I'm scared to go outside or if I'm scared. No, I'm not scared. I didn't do anything out here to be scared of. I'm not scared of nothing, especially after all this. But anyways, back to the story. So from there, I ended up having to go to my rehab center in Wallingford, Connecticut. I could tell you guys because I don't even live in Connecticut. This place called Gaylord. I'm telling you guys, if you guys can get in Gaylord, because Gaylord is a 5-star facility, please try to get into Gaylord if you've been in a car accident or any other type of traumatic experience, because they will really work with you from the bottom ground up. So from Gaylord, I loved all of the teachers there. I don't know what they're called, the therapists, I think they're called. I love all of them because they all treated me so good. I was like one of the youngest patients there. There was a lot of like stroke patients and stuff there, but that's a lot of like older people and stuff like that. So you know, I was like one of the younger ones, and I think they all like loved me because I was like one of the younger ones. But they really took me into their hands. Everybody loved me there. I was kind of sad. Like I was like, it's crazy because like when I was there, I was like crying because I didn't want to be there anymore. I just wanted to go home. I wanted to be back to normal. And then when it was time to go, I was like, wait, I'm not ready to go back to the outside world, because I was so used to being in a place where like everybody else around me was going through like some type of traumatic experience where they're learning to get themselves back on their feet. I'm out now. I'm out in the real world, and that was a little scary, you know. But I did push through, and I was able to do it. I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm eating, no stomach tube. I am doing everything, guys. The only thing that got messed up was my vision, and my left hand is a little bit weak still. I can still use it and everything, but it's just a little bit weak. Now my eyesight is like a whole another video and story, but right now they consider me legally blind. Now I gotta say, legally blind does not mean I can't see anything, I can't see what's going on, I don't know what things say, blah 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 blah. It's not what blind means. Pretty much it just means that I can't read really small print. Things aren't clear to me if it's not close enough. I have to get everything in big print on my phone. Everything has to be in big print. Also, it just means that it can't be corrected with visual aids or lenses or any of that stuff. I still wear contacts because I can see obviously a little bit better with my contacts. I wore glasses stuff before the incident, so it's like, it's weird because it's like a clear version of blurriness. So I still wear contacts. They suggested that I just stick with the contacts because you know, I can see a little bit better with them. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm still going to occupational therapy for my left hand. Other than that, I did have to get another surgery like a couple weeks ago because I had a flap in the back of my throat from when I was incubated. Like objects like tubes, stuff don't belong in your throat. So when it's in your throat for a while or a long period of time, like scar tissue and stuff gets around it, and they said if it went too long untreated, it could cause me to stop breathing and all that stuff. So I had to take care of that ASAP. The surgery went well. I'm fine. I don't need any more surgeries. Hopefully. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. My spirits are fine and great. I'm feeling fine and great. I came a long way, and I was very sad and stuff at first, but I've built myself up to the point where I'm like, look, God gave me a second chance at life. I need to be appreciative of it. I also believe that God was telling me a lesson, like, don't be chasing waterfalls. Like, girl, slow it down. Slow it down and chill out. And I also believe it was a sign from God because I, you know, at the time was going through a struggle in my relationship, and I didn't know what I should do and stuff, and I was like ready to leave, but someone was telling me I shouldn't, and someone said I should, and fortunately this is what I had to take. But this is exactly what I needed in order for me to leave that relationship. I think it was unspoken words between us. Like, me and him both knew what it was. For my own safety reasons, I can't be in that relationship anymore. No guy is worth my life at all whatsoever. But other than that, man, you guys, anybody going through something with trauma or any traumatic experiences, I'm letting you guys know miracles do happen. I am proof of a walking, living miracle because all the odds were literally against me. They told me I wasn't going to be able to walk and talk again. They told me I wasn't going to be able to eat again. They told me I wasn't going to be able to do anything ever again. And here I am. Like, here I am, guys. Like, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm up, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm enjoying life. I'm living life. Like, this is exactly what God wanted from me. He wanted me to have a second chance to be able to live life the way I want to live life. Nobody's controlling me. Nobody's telling me what to do, how to live my life. I'm enjoying it. Don't even like say like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's happy. Like, it's okay. I have no bad blood or anything towards anybody. Yeah, they never caught the people who did it. Like I said, people talk all the time. Funny because now I can sit back and like look back at it and like laugh about it and all that stuff, but at the time nobody was laughing, everybody was crying. My poor parents, I put them through hell because I was literally in ICU for 24 days not knowing if I was going to make it. But yeah, I'm not sure if I told you guys this either. When I was brought into the hospital, I was brought in as Jane Doe because the police had my ID and never told my parents. Whatever. They also had to X me out because anytime you're a gunshot victim, you have to get X'd out because somebody else can be after you trying to finish the job and stuff if they know where you're at. So I had to get X'd out. This is the story I'm going to be telling my kids. I'm going to be telling my kids this story. Man, this story is going to obviously stick with me forever. This is something I've never been through. It was literally a situation of life and death. And I beat it. Like, really, what don't kill you really makes you stronger. And through all of this, like, you really don't know how strong you are until you have to be strong. And I'm just know I am stronger than any obstacle that comes my way. Like, this happened, boom, let's go. Like, what's the next thing? Like, what's up? It's good. I'm just like ready for whatever's like next. And obviously I'm hoping it's positive things. And like I said, anybody going through anything traumatic, just stay strong. Because like I said, you are so much stronger than you know. You are so much stronger than you know. And I had to fortunately live through it in order to know how strong I was. But through all of this, I'm still out here smiling and living life. Yeah, I do have my sad moments, guys. Let me not put on this front like whatever. Like, no, I still have my sad moments where I get sad and cry and stuff. But at the end of the day, like my parents said, it's okay to feel sad as long as you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep it pushing. Ain't no like point in like feeling sad for yourself, because like I went through enough as it is. Like I said, God gave me a second chance at life for a reason. This is my testimony. I just want to spread love. That's all I want to do. I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and getting a little bit of insight of what has been going on in my life. It's a crazy story, but I mean, shoot. This is a story I probably want to hear myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in an outer body experience because I'm like, this happened to me. Just like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'd really, truly appreciate it. And more content will be coming soon now that I'm out the hospital, out of rehab and all that stuff. So please stay tuned for that. I know I always leave and make comebacks, but this time it's coming, guys. It's coming. Thank you guys again, and that's it. Bye, guys.
This is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration.